last week.
The pass, how about the spin move right there by Jaydon Mickens? The ball comes loose, but he was down.
Taking enough time in between a wholesale change, so fresh bodies out there.
3rd and 10. Price taking a shot down the field, has his man open. Jaydon Mickens, touchdown!
Watch all the bodies. Nobody has a hand down in the grass. They're all milling around, trying to confuse the line. You got a late blitz coming off the edge. Now you stop it right there. And what you're going to get is you're going to get just a stutter right there. Jaydon Mickens is already 5 yards past. Willis, you can't let him break down that 3-yard cushion.
Of Williams. 2nd down and 10 here for the Huskies. Play action, they swing it out to Jaydon Mickens. Mickens looking for a block. Not too much room to run as Jalen Jefferson forced him out. Picks up 2.
Screen, keep an eye on it.
3rd and 5. Price taking the shot into double coverage. And that is caught by Jaydon Mickens. Wow!
Ability to hang on to it. Watch this dropped in there. I mean, you can't drop. Wow.
Taking a shot on 3rd and 2. Got a touchdown! Jaydon Mickens.
Here, Michael Lowe, he's manned up on Jaydon Mickens, and he's a junior. There's a lot of youth on this team. The release inside, the play action pass, he gets caught peeking, and you know why? Because Sankey has done such a good job all night long, and then boom, you're dead in the water because Jaydon Mickens can run by anybody on this football field. You're not going to catch him. A beautifully thrown football by Keith Price.
6. Price with the pressure coming. Taking the shot again to Mickens. Got it again. Jaydon Mickens.
It's a shot to the grill. How about the ball delivered one more time from Price? You don't see it right there. All you see is the space, and it was space that's created by that left hand. They let him get away with it. Jaydon, he's been playing his tail off. Coach, tell us somebody who stands out on special teams. Callier, making tons of tackles, tons of blocks. That says a lot about a football team, says a lot about a football player.
So we've talked about Jaydon Mickens, what he has done in this game. And just look at these throws on 3rd down.
Yeah, how about the thumb was the big question coming in. No question the accuracy tonight. Pinpoint, and number 4 has been Kid Dynamite. Just electric, catching the balls tight, getting past the deepest man on the defense time and time again. And Jaydon Mickens
know what I mean? We're doing all that stuff. It's different. In season, you're going to practice and you're in school, but you're also watching a lot more film and you're the mental aspect. So, I mean, I wouldn't say it's that much more work. It's just different work.
Are you excited to actually play football again after?
Shoot. Yeah, I don't know. I love the track meet out here, but football is my sport.
What is this like? What does this show scouts? This track meet?
It just shows your natural ability. You know what I mean? It shows them like how explosive you are, how fast you are really, and then they kind of get an idea of how much they can work with. You know what I mean? It's like showing them how much clay you have for them to mold in that sort of sense. And they see what kind of football player you are on the field with the film and when they came to scout. But this is like, all right, how much athletic ability do you have?
Having gone through this 4 years with LaShawn and Miles and to be at this point, do you ever think back to that very first game freshman year against Utah State and think about how far you guys
We talk about that all the time. We talk about how it was us three. Like we have like over like 130 starts together. Jeez. You know what I mean? We've been doing this for 4 years. We've been running hills in the summer. And the crazy thing is I don't think very many people see the work that we put in behind the scenes to get to this point. It's just cool and gratifying to see that like hard work really does pay off for all of us.
What's next? What's up now for the next 4 weeks?
Getting in football shape. You know what I mean? Hitting the weights hard, getting strong, getting my lungs, not necessarily for a 40 or for a broad jump, but for like a series, a drive, that sort of sense. Getting my legs back in that sort of sense.
Getting into a football condition.
Have you guys ever dreamed about playing on the same team?
We talk about it. We joke about it. You know what I mean? It'd be cool. I'd love it. It'd be way fun. But I think for all of us, we're just trying to get a shot anywhere.
Yeah.
Have you paid attention to any of the draft boards, or do you even care?
I usually stay away from those. I stay away from most social media, actually. Miles is the same way. LaShawn's the same way. We just live our lives. We just try to put our best foot forward and don't really care what anybody else has to say about it.
For SU to even have a pro day, or A, are you proud to have helped make that happen, and B, did you ever imagine something like that would happen?
That's a funny question. Right before my 40, like I ran the first one, I was sitting down, just getting my legs ready, and I was like, I was thinking what pro day I'd go to a couple years ago. I was like, oh, I'll probably go to Utah State. I don't know, maybe Utah, that sort of thing. And then to be like, whoa, this is our pro day. This is SUU right here. Super cool. And so I love it. I mean, we won a conference championship. We got a lot of guys with opportunities. We got our own pro day. It's just it's what I've been working for forever, and it's super gratifying.
And with an SU pro day, you got a lot of your teammates a chance today to show off. Is that something you're proud of as well?
Oh, definitely. Because I mean, these are my teammates, like Em and Aunt Norris. Even though we were on opposite sides of the ball, they helped us win games, and winning games is what gets you looks. And so, like, if we won one game, I don't think any of us would be in the position we were in. And so it's great, like, we help each other, and that's what team's about.
You were kind of joking about LaShawn's personality. I mean, does it take some getting to know him? Is that part of it?
No, I think what it is he's just, as he's like grown and matured, he's just been so much more confident in himself. As he's seen that, like, hey, I'm an NFL caliber cornerback. Like, he's like, that is who I am. He's been able to show people his best side. And so, like, that's what I was joking about. I was like, they think he's a mystery, but no, just talk to him. I mean, he'll open right up. He's a smart, clever, funny kid. It's just, he just came in as a quiet kid, and it kind of stuck with him.
So is that why do you think people still think he's a mystery?
Yeah, because, I mean, that's kind of been the jokes for 4 years, is Quiet Swiss. Like, when it has a nickname, things stick. And so I think that, like, right now, like, it's crazy. Like, he's one of my best friends right now. I never would have imagined, but, like, I took the time to get to know him. He took the time to get to know me, and just an awesome kid.
And then now the process now for the next 4 weeks. Is the waiting going to get harder now with knowing that there's still 4 weeks to go to the draft?
No, like, now it's, I've done all I can do. You know what I mean? People always say control, you can control. I've done my part. Now it's if people want to fly me out or come in, I got to be ready for that.
Okay. And everything else is in the hands of your agent as far as getting
agent, the teams, all that kind of stuff. It's just a little weight off my shoulders.
Awesome.
When I get the ball and I run through the middle and I get to open space, it's a calming feeling. It's all I hear is my pads moving. All I hear is my breathing. I don't really hear anybody screaming or anything like that. Everything kind of goes still. It moves slow. And it's crazy because after every long run, I come back and I ask somebody, was I running fast? Because I honestly don't know, because when I get to that level, it's almost like a zone.
Richard looks for a hole and finds it left side. 25-20.
It's like you're in this realm, you're in this zone. When I break through and get to open space and start to run, it's like a even kill straight to the end zone. Like again, like I don't hear anything but my pads and me breathing. That's how I feel when I have the ball in my hand. As an underclassman, you know, what I've seen is every year, you know, I wanted to be able to play for them, especially, you know, those guys that ended up having to leave their senior year 0-12 or 1-11. You know, that really hurt me that they left that way. And I'm thankful for the freshmen and the sophomores and the underclassmen of this team this year, all the work they put in so that, you know, I wouldn't end up that way and that I'm going out with a bang per se. Those are the things that you play for. You play for yourself, you play for your team. If you're not playing for each other and you're not, you know, doing it for each other, it's never going to work. And that's the mindset that you have to go into it about. So it wasn't per se that they were playing for us, but we were playing for each other. Whether on my right or on my left, I have a senior to my left or a junior to my right, or, you know, freshmen or sophomores in front of me when I'm on the field. We're all playing for each other. I was expecting the family atmosphere that I saw when I came on my visit. I was expecting to win because that's what Southern Miss is all about. That's what Southern Miss has done in the past and has proven itself to be, having a winning tradition and a winning football program. So I was expecting all those things, but it didn't quite work out that way. We've had some tough years since I've gotten here. You know, to know that everything that I thought that I would get 2 or 3 years ago has finally fulfilled itself. Everything happens for a reason. I'm a very deep believer in that, and I just stayed in prayer. It was a very blessed situation, a humbling situation to go through that, because, I mean, not too many people go through a year of not winning a game of football to next year when your team wins that you're not there. So again, you still 2 years of college football and you haven't won a game yet. And I just knew that, you know, I just felt down in my heart that my time would come to, you know, to experience that in college, and my time to be able to put in the work and actually help the team win a game and be able to play in a game rather than being on the sideline and watching them win without me. So, you know, again, I just stayed working hard and just knew my time would come. It was very humbling, and in that whole situation, just staying in prayer and just focusing on what I can do and what I can better myself in to help the team do is what I focused on. So I just stayed working hard. That's all I know. That's all I've ever done. That's what got me here. So I just went back to those things, went back to the things that I did extra, and, you know, it worked out in my benefit and for the benefit of the team. And I ended up getting my first college win my junior year, playing against North Texas, coming back off another injury. So it was a great feeling. After going through what we went through in the summer workout, seeing how everybody was training, seeing how everybody was buying into the new strength coach with Coach Woodfin, and just buying into our system and Coach Monken with him being his 3rd year here, just everybody finally buying in. Finally got some guys out of here that, you know, didn't want to buy in, and brought in some great guys, some guys that could really help this team this year. So going into camp and leaving out of camp, I just knew that we would shock some people. In the back of our minds, we kind of knew that we had that ability. We knew that this was going to kind of happen this year.
Richard going to have a return from the 5 near the right hash. At the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right side at the 40. Richard still on his feet. It's a foot race down the right sideline. Richard, they won't catch him. Jalen Richard, touchdown Southern Miss. Richard with about a 95-yard kickoff return. There are no flags on the play.
We play for Hattiesburg. We play for the USM. And to be able to give back to that community the way that we do with this season that we did, it's a great feeling. Like I said, I expect those things to come back to, you know, that's what got me here, the family atmosphere. I knew this city was crazy about, you know, USM football, crazy about being in the Rock. And since I've been here, even when we were down and out, we still had people doing those same things, you know, coming to the buses after we've gotten back to the AC and being outside and greeting us and telling us we'll be okay and we'll get back. And to now where it's like, okay, good job. And, you know, again, we still have that same gratitude for those people.
With a guy who scored 2 touchdowns in the Game 1 win over Alabama A&M, wide receiver Johnny Holton. On that first one, there was a camera on the sideline that picked up on you saying, "First touchdown at the new nip," or something to that effect. Was that a big deal for you?
Well, it was something like a big deal because the receivers were competing to see who would get the first touchdown, and I guess I came over top with it.
Yes, you did, and it wasn't the only one you had. You had a long touchdown catch from Gunnar Keel later in the game. But how did you feel about opening the season as well as you did?
Well, I felt pretty good coming in, like doing pretty good in the game. We worked all summer like to get to that point and all camp, and then the receivers, they were pushing me to get better, and I guess I came a little better. I still got a lot of work to do.
How far has your understanding of the game come from last year, your first year with UC, till this year?
Well, I say I'm about close about an 88%. I still got a lot of work to do because I got to continue to get the depth of my routes and continue to catch the ball better.
For people that don't know your history, you didn't play high school football because you were working to help support your family. You're one of 11 kids. Then you went to junior college before coming to UC. How much more complex and complicated is the offense for UC compared to what you did in junior college?
Well, at junior college, it was just get Johnny the ball. At UC, we got a lot of signals, we got a lot of plays going on, so it's very difficult.
Literally just get Johnny the ball? I mean, was it like a backyard type thing where you just run out and they'd throw it to you?
Yeah, it was literally like Johnny run a post, Johnny run a fade, Johnny run a slant, and just get me the ball.
And here, you're often operating with 3 and 4 wide receivers on the field, so the routes, it's very important for you guys to know exactly what you're doing so that you're not, running into somebody else's route.
Yes, sir. It's very important to know what we're doing. Coach on us a lot, like to know what we're doing, like get in the film room and study to get the plays better.
All right, let's talk about this week's game. Temple opened the season with a 17-point win over Penn State. Did that open your eyes?
Well, I had Temple to win the game because I wanted Temple to win so it'd look better if we win against them. So that was like a big win for Temple, but I already knew their defense was good and their offense was all right. They're a pretty good team. I seen it last year when we played against them, but we got a good game plan for them this week.
You managed to beat them last year, 14-6, but I think that was the fewest yards that Cincinnati's offense had in a game all year. So as you were saying, you know just how good that defense is, and they sacked Penn State 10 times last week.
Yeah, that was amazing. Second, the quarterback supposed to be like the #1 quarterback from Penn State, and they sacked him 10 times. So that was a good job with their defense, but I feel like last year we weren't like too much focus, and we ain't come out and execute the way we supposed to. But yeah, this year should be a different story.
Sorry for interrupting. What did you think of the atmosphere at Nippert last Saturday night?
It was amazing. Like the most amazing part was seeing the fans standing in the rain and wouldn't leave, like when it was thundering and lightning. I was afraid for them, but they loyal fans, and I appreciate them for that.
The student section in particular?
Yes, sir.
A little bit different from College of DuPage, I would imagine.
Yeah, way different. College of DuPage, we only had like 200 fans. This was totally different.
You're going to have about 40,000 on Saturday night. Should be a great game.
Yeah, I can't wait for it.
All right, 2 touchdowns in Game 1. Let's hope for more of the same against the Temple Owls. Johnny, thanks for the time.
All right, appreciate it.
Cooper all by himself, 3 wide receivers, one of them Dylan Thompson. Cooper wants to throw it. Looking left side's got a man, and it's caught. Pharaoh Cooper on the far sideline gets K.J.Brent on an out route. Is there anything he cannot do? He is now 4 of 7 on the year on passing. That one good for 20 yards.
I'm telling you, folks, he dropped back like a real quarterback right now.
Davis moves to the right side of Dylan Thompson. East Carolina showing like they may blitz. They do bring an extra man. Thompson's got time. Looking left side, wide open. Caught. Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown, K.J.Brent from 16 yards out. The first touchdown of his career, and it puts the Gamecocks up 26-16. The extra point up.
Okay, so tell us about your transition from USC to Wake Forest.
It's a lot different, but as all the players ask how different it is, I tell them that I was looking for different. This is one of the reasons why I made the transfer. But I like the transition from a big campus to like a private small campus. It's a lot quieter. I get out of practice at 9:30 and I don't hear anything when I walk into my car. Instead of Columbia, you hear a bunch of sirens and stuff. So it's been interesting, but it's been a good experience and having a good time.
And how did you choose Wake Forest to come?
My old high school coach is good friends with Higgins, and he kind of connected me with him. So I talked to Higgins right when I told South Carolina I was transferring, and we hit it off from there. And I ended up committing actually the weekend of my official visit. It just felt right. It just seemed like the perfect fit for me with the coaches, the area, and the system that they were running. So.
And during camp, so what are you trying to improve on personally for the season?
I'm just trying to develop my skills and fine-tune them as best I can. It's my last go-around, so I'm just trying to be the absolute best receiver I can be for this team, trying to help contribute as much as I can for this offense, help us win some games this year.
And what are you looking forward to the most this season?
Just going out there on the field every weekend with this team. Like these guys a lot. I've gotten close with a lot of them over the summer. It's been quick, but it's been fun. I'm just looking forward to getting out there on the gridiron and fighting with them.
Back deep for the Rams is Joe Hansley. Hansley drifting to his left. Fields it at the 25. Hansley to the 30. Hansley has some blockers. Hansley, open field. Hansley at the 30. The punter Swanson trying to get him. He won't. Touchdown Rams, 75 yards. Swanson gets it away. Hansley creeps up to the 39. Hansley is stuffed. Flag comes in, but Hansley able to bounce back off that tackle. Reversing field for the second time. Hansley at midfield. Can he do this? You gotta be kidding me. Hansley to the house for the second time.
1,700 plus yards and 17 touchdowns last year. Unable to play with a foot injury. There's a bullet. They deliver it. Here goes Hansley. Joe Hansley. Touchdown. Colorado State.
Just a strike by Coleman Key. Hansley's been open. They haven't been able to get him the ball. Nick Stevens has missed him a couple times. Coleman Key didn't miss him there. Get him the ball. Give him room to run. He's one of your dynamic receivers.
And here is Boone looking the middle of the field. McCaffery to catch. And Max McCaffery scores the Blue Devil touchdown.
He can still bring the rock down just like his pops did. What a strong catch. How about the hands to go up and bring down that
Inside the 5, 3rd and goal. Pass to McCaffery in the end zone. Touchdown.
McCaffrey's patience. He didn't immediately go to the fade. He set it up and then got on top of the corner.
2 on 3rd downs on this drive. 3rd and 12 for Connett. Down the middle, wide open McCaffery. Makes a defender miss. Makes another miss. Picks up a block from Crowder. Down to the 10. Finally corralled at the 4-yard line. 43 yards on 3rd and 12. Max McCaffery.
Lots of room over the middle to throw the football through the defensive line and pick up the big play on 3rd.